Hello and welcome to my video on how to calculate or convert normal numbers to the standard form. So first of all, what we need to know about the standard form is how to convert it. So this is what standard form looks like. This is kind of like the formula for standard form. So here we have our x and here we have our y. You will see what this is in a moment. So how it works is first we need to find out what the powers of 10 are. So for example, we can work out that 10 to the power of 1 equals 10 because it doesn't make a difference. It's basically 10 times nothing. So it's 10. Not 10 times 0 because 10 times 0 is 0, but 10 times nothing. Then we do 10 times 2, or 10 to the power of 2, equals 100. We can visualize this as 10 times 10 because there are two 10s, as according to our y, or our 2 in this case. So what you can see here is the powers of 10. Let's say if we had 10 to the power of 8, that would equal to, well, first we have to write down the 1. Now we have to get 8 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we count them. So this would be 100 million. So 10 to the power of 8 is 100 million. Then 10 to the power of 9 is a billion. So this is how the powers of 10 work. So now we can get going with our actual standard forms. So first of all, let's figure out where our decimal point is in this number. So the decimal point is over here. 3 million. It's 3 million point nothing. Here would be 0. Infinite zeros. But we don't write that because nobody's gonna write infinite zeros after their whole positive number. So now we can work out how many zeros there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So we can write out our little equation, which would be, so we'd put down little x here because we don't know what this is yet. We don't know what's on the left side of our formula because here is our x, so we don't know what that is yet, but we know what our y is because our y is going to be 6 because there are 6 zeros. So we can do x times 10 to the power of 6 because we know that it's a million because it's 3 million. But what would be the x, you might ask? So basically how this works is that the number in which the x is where there is a number, and this number can be no lesser than 0.1 but no greater, or shall I say no lesser than 1 but no greater than 9.9. So our number is going to be 3 because there's no good way of explaining this, and the only way I can explain it is to visualize it. So basically, what 3 times 10 to the power of 6 really means is 3 times 10. Now I can write this out. Times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Now, what that equals is 3 million. Oh god, changed. Is 3 million. Now, how this works is because 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 is also known as 10 to the power of 6. So if we take all of this, then this is worth 1 million. Right? So 3 times 1 million is what? It's obviously going to be 3 million, which is what we have over here, right? So that is how to write down 3 million in standard form. So now we can do a quick run through of the rest of our questions. So 87,451,289 is a very big number, but it's not scary because usually in a test they will want you to round this number to 3 significant figures after it has been converted into standard form. So what I mean by this is that the x is going to be this is going to be to 3 significant figures. So let's get going. I haven't used a blue yet, so I guess that now's the time. So this equals, so we can put down a little decimal point here. So how many decimal points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we also count the 7, because remember that the x cannot be greater than 87. No, they cannot be greater than 9.9, as if we just wrote in 87 times 10 to the power of 6, that would be completely wrong, because this can only be to the power of 8.7. No, the x can only be 8.7. So if we put down this, then let's erase this, and we put in a 7 to compensate for the loss of a decimal place, like over here. So let's just dispose of that, and let's us try again with the question. So that would equal 8.7, right? Because we've moved the decimal place 7 times, right? And what that means is that we will do times 10 to the power of 7, and that is our answer for question 2. You see, it's really quite easy in the end. So let's go on to the next one. So this is a much smaller one, and you might be thinking, how can you turn a smaller number into standard form? Well, it's even simpler because you don't have to think of all the zeros. You don't have to count all the decimal places. So we do an equals again. And look at this. So basically, decimal point is right over here, right? We move it again. No, what is going on with this app? So moves 1, 2, 3 times. So it's 9.9. See, it fits right into our criteria. It's no greater than 9.9 because it is equal to 9.9. Then this in standard form will equal 9.9 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3 times 10 to the power of 3. Now that is how you calculate standard form. It really is rather simple. Here's just a quick view of all of the questions if you'd like to see them again. And yeah, thank you very much for viewing. I really do hope this helped you. I am still quite new, so if you could give me some criticism or just try to help me make my videos better, then please put it down in the comments, okay? Thank you very much. If you liked, then like. And if you really, really liked it, then press subscribe. Okay, thank you very much, and see you later.